estate settlements and fiduciary orders, and with this, we'll need approval for president to sign.
I'll make a motion on the estate settlement and fiduciary orders for the president Skidmore to sign.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Jeremy, you got any budget revisions?
No budget revisions. I'll have some orders at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Sign orders.
All right, we're good there. So we'll move on down to the first agenda item, discussion and possible decision to sign an agreement with the West Virginia Conservation Agency for stream restoration. Miss Judith Lyons. Okay, you want to?
I'm with the Conservation District supervisor, and Judith brought this to us, and we discussed it at our meeting, a couple meetings. And she's already met with Jackson County and Mason, which is the two other counties that we are involved with. They have showed some interest in it. I mean, to me, it sounds good, but I haven't got to go over it with her like I should, so I'm going to be learning as much as you guys are tonight. And but Judith does a fantastic job for us. She's a watershed project manager. She's the one we go to with problems with clogged streams and the debris and this and that and all the flood damage. She's the one we go to. But I think she can make that presentation, and like I say, I'll be learning with y'all.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Withrow.
Thank you to the commission for having us. Do appreciate that. Hello to all the guests. The Conservation Agency works on the flooding statewide, and we work with the counties when we do that. And the counties, we always go to them for help. They always seek us for help. You know, we're constantly at the first part of the phase of the flooding. We're constantly working with the counties. So, and we can help each other out a great deal. So how this agreement came about is that we just took an initiative from all that work that we do with the counties and the issues that we face during flooding and other projects. We decided that we could do better if we could just work together and have a set agreement a standard-based agreement that we all work off of. And so we decided to call it the 713U agreement because that's after the code of the counties. Each county follows that. And counties actually have more leniency with their stream projects, as you can write your own, as you well know. So we work with floodplain managers, and we thought, well, we would try to get all 55 counties on board with an agreement with the Conservation Agency. We're going through all the 14 conservation districts to do so. So, so far I have 19 counties that has signed the agreement with it, and Kanawha County is like the oldest that I have. I've had it for, I think, 4 years, and we have 2 pending. So we go around to the county commissions and explain our process. We decided that we could do a joint effort in all projects, not just flooding. Stream restoration projects, where we have big debris, things that are blocking the stream. We've always done that, but we've just expended a lot of money on it, and that money just keeps trickling down and it's not replenished. So we thought that we could come to counties, and the funding that we get appropriated from the legislature to work on the streams, that we could work with counties through an agreement like this to get projects on the ground, and we can both bring viable interests to the table. So the counties, mostly we would be depending upon them as in-kind services cost share. We do get money appropriated from the legislature for things like this, and we'd like to see that on the ground. But working together, counties can help us by, for instance, our biggest issue that we face during flooding or debris removal is what to do with the wood. We try to give it to citizens for firewood. up taking it to a landfill, and that's just against the grain of conservation, paying to take wood that's going to decay when it can be used, for wildlife habitat and things like that. So we try our best to get DNR or private landowners to take it so we can windrow it. But it's a big problem, and many counties have waste sites already established. So that's one thing that the county could do, and that could be an in-kind service. That's a big cost savings right there, if the counties would help us. So the way this works is we could go into an agreement, and this agreement is not set in stone. You can write it specific for your county, as your attorney's already looking at that now. Any language that you don't like, we can discuss it. Anything that you need to put in there, we can discuss that. We can come to an agreement and work with it, and that will be our base agreement. And from there, we write, any project that we do, we write a sub-agreement, and it's based off the terms of this base agreement. So we could go into work, and counties can run a contract. Like right now, Marshall County has an agreement with us, and they just received a declaration from the governor. So I wrote a sub-agreement with them today, whereas they will do the contracting. And, if you have a contractor on retainer, that's good. We can use those as long as we can agree on the estimate that we have for work. And if it's feasible, you can go ahead and use your contractor, and then go through the local district, which is the Western District in this area, and they do the administrative part of the funding of the money. We send that out to them, and then we would do the construction oversight of any contractor. We would do that. You would get the land rights. We would help with permits, and then the contract, when it's said and done, based on our inspection and everything, you would pay the contractor and then go through the Western Conservation District, and we would reimburse you. So, and we can work together on other projects, flooding, stream restoration, problems or issues that you have that have been long-standing, and we could try to work together and use all of our resources together to get more done. And we know the counties are strapped for money, we get the funding, we appropriate it out to the districts, and we work with counties on these kind of agreements. And basically, it's mostly like counties do an in-kind, and we do that as the cost share portion of that. Contracting, waste dump sites, land rights. The counties know the people more than we do, and this it expedites the process, and it's less costly. So I don't have to run a contract, because if I do, I have to put it out on a website for 10 days, and I have to go do a job showing. It depends upon the contractors that show up. If their bids come in way too high than what we overestimated, or they're over what we have estimated, we've rejected those. Then we have to start all over again. So if county has somebody on retainer, they can put that contractor work, or else you can run the job through a process. I'm not sure how yours works, but many of them, they just bid in the paper and get the bids that way. And I've done 2 in Greenberg County for the past 2 floods that they've had with that, and it's worked very well. So they advertised the bid, got the bids in, they awarded the bid out, and then we oversaw the job, and they provide services to us as land rights. They went out and got the land rights. Any permits that we help with that. It's in there that the county do it being the county's name, but we help with that because we're familiar with that. So I think it's a very good process, and like I say, that this is not set in stone. Any language that you would need or require in there, feel free to add that, and we can review it and agree to it. It's not forever binding. If either party would decide that, hey, this is not working for us any longer, written notice will end it. But the positive things about it is it keeps local people working, use local resources, contractors as much as possible, and it keeps the money in the county. So that's what I like about it, and we can do projects. And this is not to say, we have the language on there, if you decide to do something on your own, or you ask us for help, and we don't have any funding for that or something, you know, you can just go on your own and do it. But it is a good, basic, agreement, and, it's beneficial to the county and also to our agency in order to get projects done in an efficient manner. So, that's the basis of it. If you have any questions, or if I'm on a timeline, please tell me, because I was on a timeline at the last meeting I was at, and they cut me off.
No, you're fine.
I talk
ma'am.
too much.
Appreciate the presentation, Judith.
Okay.
Now, do you have information of the other counties, 19 counties have signed on? Can you provide us information of how many projects you've done, the amount of money, just so we can have an idea of what's being utilized?
I can, if you would like that in a hard copy. Just off the top of my head, Kanawha County, you know, the Conservation Agency, we take care of the 170 flood control structures throughout the state, and they're considered high hazard. So one of them that I have in Kanawha County, and we did all the maintenance and the rehab, repair on them. And one of the stream that was flowing into it, the landowner, when it was constructed, had a culvert in his crossing that the creek went through, and all that water flowed into the dam. Well, the bank came in, culvert washed out, and all this started backing up. He couldn't get access to his home. So we worked through Kanawha County. We had to drain all that, not the dam, but the backwater out, and replace the culvert. And Kanawha County, the landowner, it was on private land, so he did have a small amount to put into it, but mostly Kanawha County picked that one up, and we worked with them for that, to go out there and replace the culvert, give them access to it, and because it's affiliated with the dam. We've also, flood work, we've worked with several counties thus far, Greenberg County, Marshall County, any that we have an agreement with. You know, if there's many times that flooding occurs and we don't receive a declaration from the governor or the president, and we can't work without that. But with this agreement, we can. So, you know, we can go in and help counties because they provide services to help us that prohibit us from doing a lot of expenditures. There are Randolph County, I have an agreement with them, and they have flooding up there, and we help them, working right now with a project. They're replacing a bridge that's the access to the community. It's just things like that are just happen in everyday life, and so if we have an agreement in place, we do work the terms out with the county in that sub-agreement.
Okay.
And we try to, you know, counties at times do put up money. It's, you know, it's just so much that we don't have it, but we try to pick projects that we can use county in-kind services, provide that, and the funding that we have, that we obtain from the legislature.
That makes sense. I would like, if you had an electronic or a hard copy, you
Okay.
could send us, just so we can, I think it would help us kind of visualize the types
Sure.
of those projects.
I'll write that down.
I'm learning too, so I'm gonna ask a question. When you're talking Kanawha County where they had to replace the culvert, now you said the commission put up the money to put the culvert in. We reimburse it, right?
No, the county commission at that, because they are a sponsor of the dam also, so they send their yearly sponsor dams. And so they work with us, we put money in, they put money in. And,
Okay,
yeah,
we put money in,
yeah.
and the commission, but
Yeah.
okay, we put, I'm just, that was my question, is where do we commit that? I mean, we put the money into, we either reimburse or we'll match the funds.
Right. Now, that's what happened there, because Kanawha County was a sponsor of that dam. So, you know, they had a big interest in it.
You're not a sponsor of any dams in this county. They're all in Jackson County.
Yeah.
Good.
The one in Nitro is pushing us, right. We are in,
The property is located within the district.
Flows into Putnam County. They're doing a,
Part of the watershed or?
yeah, they're doing a whole new watershed thing there, I'm on a committee with it.
Feds are
Commis-
having that.
Mr. Ellis, do you have any questions or?
I do not. This is all new to me, but there's a learning curve here. We'll have to catch up a bit. So.
Yeah, I think information is key. Frankie, our 911 director, do you have any questions or concerns, comments?
I guess you kind of maybe have answered part of the question. We obviously have floods here that cause damage as far as culverts and streams, but it's not declared. So you're saying with this agreement, then that would be a time where you would come out and assist us with cleaning those culverts or removing that debris or stuff like that without that.
Yes, if we can have the funding and we try the best that we can. We're not always able to do that, but, you know, we always work under a declaration from the governor or the president that with the NRCS, they can also do a declaration. And we work closely with them. So that's how we would try to get that, you know, work with NRCS, the federal agency. And not saying every time, but we would try our best just to come in and, you know, get some funding for that and try to work with you to take care of things. It's very difficult, but, you know, we at least try to make it happen, you know, because there are times, you know, flooding, and then my hands are tied. I can't work without a declaration. But with the agreement, we're working all floods with the agreement now that we have counties with. So that's my hope and goal is, you know, to use that for this. And I think it's a feasible approach and one that if we have the funding there, we try to keep money in the districts for emergencies like that, and we try to use that funding for that.
What, I know you talked about disposal sites, what's your requirements?
Well,
Is it happening, is it something that the EPA, like if the county had property, I mean, let's say out on the river somewhere, would it be feasible to take that debris there and dump it on that site?
as long as it's out of the flood,
Thing or something like that?
out of the floodplain, that's their main thing. It has to be out of the floodplain. Of course, you know, we can't, when we pull anything out of the creek, we can't leave it in the floodplain. Yeah, but that's it, and that, you know, just that there's no contamination there. Of course, you know, we couldn't take anything in, contaminate anything. If we do, you know, something was, like soil or anything like that, so, yeah. But that's it, it's like when we had the floods, you know, they always check our waste sites to make sure that we're not dumping something over the hill, in the creek, or something like that, you know, they follow us. And so it's very strict about that, but it's just standard process that you, as the floodplain manager, follow.
I just thought, Frankie, the thing brought my mind was, I know that the issue with the culverts at Liberty Square, when I was here, we had a lot of, you know, he couldn't clean them out because he couldn't get permits, the state wouldn't do it because it was on private property. And I thought maybe this might be something,
Right.
I'm not sure. You remember when that all took place?
Now, this one, we have issues like the Lake
Chedessa.
Chedessa, there behind Papa John's, Lake Chedessa. Okay. Well, Commissioner Foster wouldn't be able to be here tonight, but we'll get him the information. And Larry, you've reviewed agreement. Anything else that we need to look at as far as the agreement or questions we need to ask?
I didn't spot anything in the agreement that really popped out to me. If we're going to take some more time to review it, I'll take a look at it again. And I wasn't aware at the time that there was a possibility of making revisions or taking things out of it, or adding things
Okay.
in. I'll be happy to take a look at it again.
Won't we review that, Commissioner Ellis? Would you be comfortable with tabling this to our next meeting, first meeting in July? You want to make that?
I will make a motion that we table this until our first meeting in July.
All right, I will second. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Judith, thank you so much for your presentation, and we'll be in touch soon.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll send
Mr. Wizrow, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will be much, but we've usually handled this in the past through our agency, but it's spanning out now. I can't think of,
No, I agree. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, our next agenda item, we have a set time for this hearing, Larry?
No.
Okay. We have a hearing discussion decision on the following notice of hearings on orders to show cause against delinquent or unprogressed estates for Alice C. Adams, Carolyn Ann Bonnet, Troy E. Brown, George W. Brown, Susan Abigail Cobb, Retta Feldman. All right, Larry?
Okay. As you've indicated, there are 6 cases that we are going to present to the commission tonight and asking that they be administratively closed pursuant to the provisions of West Virginia Code 44-2-19A. The first one is the estate of Alice C. Adams. She passed away on May the 29th, 2009, and had a will. Rosemary Johnson was appointed on July the 6th, 2009 as executrix, and she was also the sole beneficiary. There was completed and turned in an appraisement on July the 6th, 2009, which indicated everything that was in the estate at the date of her death. The matter was advertised, and there were claims that were for any claims against the estate. 2 claims were received, one from the Kanawha County Emergency Ambulance Authority in the amount of $1,727.39, and Integrated Health Care in the amount of $492.73. The claim by the Kanawha County Emergency Ambulance Authority was paid, and a release was received by the fiduciary office. The claim by the Integrated Health Care was not released. The appraisement showed that there was $625 in the estate that would be available for probate. A long-form settlement was mailed to the executrix by letter dated October the 20th, 2009. Follow-up letter was sent to the executrix dated February the 11th, 2014, because no final settlement had been submitted to the fiduciary office. A copy of the show cause order that had been signed by the Putnam County Commission in an earlier hearing was sent to the executrix, the Kanawha County Emergency Ambulance Authority, and Integrated Health Care on or about March the 11th, 2021, giving them notice that they had 30 days in which to file any documents that were delinquent in the matter. More than 30 days has passed and no documents have been filed to close the estate. And again, this estate has been open since 2009.
What's our action that you're seeking?
Excuse me?
What's the action you're seeking?
Do we make a
What
motion
action?
to close that?
The action?
Yes.
Just asking the commission to agree to administratively close the estate due to inactivity.
I'll make a motion that we close the estate of Alice C. Adams.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 The next one is the estate of Carolyn Sue Bonnet. She passed away on February the 12th, 2009, and she had a will. Bobby Lee Bonnet Sr. was appointed as executor on March the 18th, 2009, and he was the sole beneficiary of the estate. An appraisement was filed on March the 18th, 2009, the same date that he was appointed as an executor. The estate was advertised for creditors' claims, and there were a total of 7 of them that were filed against the estate. The claim that was filed by one of the creditors, City National Bank, in the amount of $676.57 was paid, and a release was filed. The remaining claims total $16,604.03, and those have not been released. The appraisement shows that there was $200 in tangible personal property that was available to pay the creditors. The executor passed away on May the 2nd of 2015. The estate was opened for Bobby Lee Bonnet Sr. on May the 6th, 2015 by his son, and that estate remains open. A long form was sent to Bobby Lee Bonnet Sr., however, the estate was never closed. A copy of the show cause order was mailed to the executor and all of the creditors in the matter. That was on or about March the 11th, 2021, and giving them notice that they had 30 days to file any delinquent documents. More than 30 days has passed, and no documents have been filed to close the estate, and no one has filed to be appointed as the fiduciary on the matter to close the estate out. So again, I'm asking that the county commission order that this matter be administratively closed due to inactivity.
I'll make a motion that we close the estate of Carolyn Ann Bonnet for inactivity.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 The next estate is the estate of George W. Brown. Mr. Brown passed away on July the 23rd, 1999, without a will. Troy Brown was appointed as the administrator over the estate on August the 26th, 1999. An appraisement was filed in October. It was actually October the 7th, 1999, indicated there was $100 in probate assets. Troy Brown, who was the administrator of the estate, passed away on June the 3rd, 2010. William Brown was appointed as the administrator of the estate on December the 14th, 2010. The estate was advertised for creditors, and there was no claims that were filed. A letter was sent to Mr. Brown, William Brown, dated May the 2nd, 2014, advising that a proposed settlement report was mailed to him on March the 6th, 2001, and that it had not been returned. A copy of the show cause order was signed by the Putnam County Commission, and it was sent to the estate of Robert M. Brown, the estate of Troy E. Brown, the estate of Arnold R. Brown, the estate of Elmer G. Brown, the estate of John H. Brown, the estate of Mark K. Kessel, the estate of David L. Brown, Edward A. Brown, estate of Thelma L. Brown Larrabee, and Dennis Brown on or about March the 11th, 2021, giving them notice that they had 30 days in which to file any delinquent documents to close the estate. More than 30 days has passed, and no documents have been filed to close the estate. I think Mr. Brown William Brown, who is the current administrator, is here this evening, in case you want to hear from him.
Okay. Mr. Brown, would you like to speak? Okay, if you wouldn't mind, come up here and you can tell us. Go ahead, sir. What, can you tell us what your thoughts or issues with this?
Not kind of hard here.
Sure. What, just state your issues with the estate, or state your name for the record.
I don't understand.
What's your name, sir?
William Brown.
Okay. What are you here to do this evening regarding the estate?
I still don't understand what
Okay.
you're saying.
Larry, have you spoken to Mr. Brown?
He's been in the office on a number of occasions.
Okay. So, Mr. Brown, are you opposed to closing the estate?
Yeah. All I know is I'm administrator of Troy E. Brown,
Okay, are there still things that need to be done with the estate?
my brother.
So things still need to happen? What needs to happen? What still needs to happen with the estate? Why should we leave it open?
I still don't understand what you're talking about, sir.
Okay. What is the need to leave the estate open? Why? Are there things that still need to be completed?
They just wanted his account closed.
And are you against that? Closing the estate account?
I pointed at
But if it's done, then we can close it and move on.
Yeah.
So are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So now this is for George W. Brown.
Right.
Brown, correct?
He's been appointed as over two estates. He mentioned Troy.
Troy E. Brown and George W. Brown.
Yes, they're brothers, and he's appointed over both of them.
So
Okay.
we need to close both.
I
Do-
can run down on Mr. Brown. He was appointed on Troy E. Brown as well.
Okay, that's,
Part of the problem, that thing is, that his bond expired on September the 22nd, 2015. And there has to be a bond that continues during the course of the estate being open. He was informed that the estate bond had expired. He's never reposted bond. They have not filed any accountings on the case. And there is, we believe, an amended appraisement that needs to be filed because there was some real estate that was not listed on the original appraisement, and they have refused to do that as well. So I'm recommending that both George W. Brown case be closed administratively and the estate of Troy E. Brown be closed administratively.
Okay. And Mr. Brown, you do not object to closing closing the estate accounts?
Yeah, we'll close.
Okay.
All right, I make a motion to close the estate of George W. Brown administratively, and also to close the estate of Troy E. Brown administratively.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Mr. Brown. We'll close those accounts.
And I thought that Mr. Brown might be here this evening. I have prepared two letters to him informing him that those cases have been closed administratively, that he's been removed from office as a fiduciary over both of those accounts, and that he no longer has the ability to act on behalf of the estates or the decedent. So I'm going to give him those letters now.
Okay.
Okay. Let me go to the next one.
Yep.
Okay, the next one is the estate of Susan Cobb. She passed away on March the 26th, 2007, and she had a will.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Catherine A. Browning and Mark Allen Browning were appointed as co-executors on April the 6th, 2007. No appraisement has been filed in the estate. The estate was advertised for claims, and there were 5 claims that were filed against the estate, totaling $2,177.04. A copy of the show cause order was sent to Sean Hank Cobb, Susan Abigail Cobb Trust, Vanguard Financial, DCM Services for Aero Financial, DCM Services for Verizon Wireless, and Vitive Recovery Solutions, who were agents for Palisades Collection. And that was sent to them on or about March the 11th, 2021, giving them notice that they had 30 days to file any delinquent documents in the case and to close it out. More than 30 days has passed, and there's been no efforts been made, and nothing has been received by the fiduciary office that would allow us to close the estate. So I'm asking the county commission to, again, administratively close the estate of Susan Cobb.
I'll make a motion that the estate of Susan Abigail Cobb be administratively closed.
Second. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 The last one is the estate of Rita, and I'm not sure how to pronounce the last name, but it's Fjellman. She passed away on August the 14th, 1996, and she had a will. Gladys O. Bailey was appointed as executrix for the estate on October the 1st of 1996. An appraisement was filed on November the 13th, 1996, indicating that there was $16,723.50 in probate assets. No claims have been filed against the estate, but the executrix has not filed any annual accountings that are required since the estate was opened. A copy of the show cause order was sent to the executrix, Gladys O. Bailey, Deborah Neese, Robert Lee Young, and Joyce Smith on or about April the 29th, 2021, giving them notice that they had 30 days in which to file any delinquent documents in the case, thereby closing out the estate. More than 30 days has passed since they were served with the show cause order. No documents have been filed, and the estate still remains open. So I'm asking the commission to, again, close that estate administratively because of inactivity.
I make a motion that the estate of Rita Feldman, I believe, to be administratively closed.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. You finished, Larry?
That's all I've got.
Okay. We do have one board appointment there, if you want to.
Okay, need a motion. Mark Stoll, Mr. Stoll. All right, I'll make a motion that we appoint Putnam County Commissioner.
White
This-
paper. Look at the second page.
Second page, okay. Make a motion that we appoint Mark Stoll for a term to expire June 30th of 2022. Mr. Stoll is to register the 24th day, blah, blah, blah. Appoint Mark Stoll. That's all I got, Andy.
Okay. Is that to the Regional Intergovernmental Council Board?
Yes.
Okay. Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Jeremy, you have some orders for us?
I do. First order is a transfer from the General County Fund to the Putnam County Employee Benefit Fund, the sum of $9,307.50.
Make a motion that we accept that
Yep. Approve the order.
per the order. Accept.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Second is a transfer from the Putnam County Community Criminal Justice Fund to the General County Fund, the sum of $17,904.68 for May expenses.
Motion we accept the May expenses.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 The next one is to order the clerk to make the following transfers to the General County Fund representing reimbursement for fiscal year 2021 budget expenditures. The E911 Fund, $898,426.43. The Fiduciary Fund for $48,000 even. The Dog Fund, $41,500 even. And the Home Confinement Fund of $80,000 even.
All right, making a motion that we accept that,
Yeah, approve the orders.
approve the orders.
Second, got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, issue checks from the Hotel Motel Tax Fund to the Convention and Visitors Bureau in the amount of $48,700, to Parks and Recreation Commission in the amount of $33,700, and to the Recreation Enhancement Fund in the amount of $15,000.
Make a motion that we approve the orders.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Next
That's quite
issue-
an increase in the hotel motel
Yeah,
tax, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. That was the highest quarter we've had since third quarter of 2019, and it was a higher second quarter than 18 and 19. So it's definitely bounced back, and we obviously have the new hotel there in Tays Valley that's helping with that as well. The next is to issue a check from the Magistrate Court Fund to the General County Fund in the amount of $22,846.02, representing the balance of the Magistrate Court Fund plus interest to be used as reimbursement to the county for Magistrate Court office rental.
Make a motion we accept the orders.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Issue a check from the General County Fund in the amount of $1,500 payable to West Banco for trustee fees.
Make a motion that we accept the order.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay, there was an order approved at the last meeting that was taken out of an account that was decided it would be better suited for another account. The original order was to pay $6,000 to S&S Engineers out of the Putnam County Infrastructure Fund. And now that we have the American Rescue Plan Fund open, we had discussed that being a better fit for those funds. So, Larry, I don't know if there's something that they have to do to, the order didn't get processed, we pulled the order, but for the record, we probably need to take that,
Rescind
rescind that order, yeah. So we need to probably motion to rescind the prior order of $6,000 payable to S&S Engineers.
Given that that's a small amount that was distributed and we're still, we've been given some treasury guidelines on the ARPA money. I still would like to not pay anything out of the rescue fund until we have it in writing about whether we have to use federal wages for any projects tied to those funds.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm okay with keeping it as the order we presented at the past meeting.
Okay.
And, because again, it's not a significant amount, and I just don't want to do anything until we have it in writing regarding these new funds and whether we have to pay
Okay.
federal wages.
Okay.
I have a motion for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Motion there.
I
Okay.
have one thing.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Larry.
On the estates that we prepared an order, just need a motion for the acting president to sign this order administratively closing the 6 estates that we discussed.
I make a motion that the acting president sign the order to close the 6 estates.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 I do have 2 more orders.
Okay, go ahead.
First order is to issue a check from the Putnam County Building Fund in the amount of $12,500 payable to Benchmark Construction for work on the Lake Shadessa Culvert Repair Project. This is for half of their mobilization costs for their preliminary work.
Make a motion that we accept the order.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Last order today I have is to issue, or to order the clerk to make annual disbursements on a quarterly basis beginning in July 2021 to the following agencies: Putnam Development Authority, $125,000 annually with a quarterly disbursement of $31,250. Putnam County Parks and Recreation with an annual budget of $415,000 and a quarterly disbursement of $103,750. Putnam Libraries, annual budget of $290,000 with a quarterly disbursement of $72,500, and Community Corrections, $205,000 annual budget and a quarterly disbursement of $51,250.
Make a motion that we accept the orders.
Second, got a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anything else, Jeremy?
That's all today, guys.
Okay. Larry, you good?
Nothing else.
The sheriff, everything good? Yes, sir. Yeah, looks like we had some activity on there. Okay. Right, right. Get people to pay attention a little better. Good. Okay. Sounds good. Thank you very much. Yeah. Jim, you have anything else? Okay. Yeah, we're good to do.
I make a motion we adjourn to our next meeting.
Second, get a motion second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.